Hey guys, it's NateDunningFilms back again for another video. So I've seen other YouTubers do this concept where once a month they'll come on and they'll just discuss how many movies they've watched in that month. I've seen some of them do like a week, a month, but you get my point. And I thought, you know what, there's no reason I can't be doing that. But I am definitely going to keep this short. Now the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to talk about each film, of course, give my little thoughts on it, but I'm also going to run a trailer or a clip of some sort between each film. So hopefully that gives a little bit more time as well to the video. So first up here from Code Red on Blu-ray. By the way, I do just want to say before I get into this, none of these were first-time watches. I've seen every single one of these films once. It was like, a long time ago, years ago, that I've seen some of these. So nothing was new here. But we have from Code Red on Blu-ray, The Boneyard. Now, I actually really happen to like this one. Like I said, before I actually get to my thoughts on it, I'm going to run a trailer really quick. So here's the trailer for The Boneyard.
When a psychic uncovers an ancient curse of the undead, there is no escape.
What the hell are these things?
You guys had some kind of weird party around here or something?
There's got to be another way out of here. Oh my God! Spot!
The Boneyard.
Party hardy.
So yeah, it's a really cool mix of like voodoo and black magic, and then there's a kind of an element, a monster element as well, and a zombie element. It's actually a really fun, well-made film. I think they filmed it in really late 1989, and I don't believe it was a theatrical release. I could be wrong, but I do believe that this was just kind of like a very small on VHS type hit. So if you guys are really interested again in something a little more along the lines of black magic and zombies, this is actually a really fun, well-made film. As you can see from the trailer, and of course on the Blu-ray case, Phyllis Diller actually makes appearance in this, and it's not just a little 20-second cameo type thing and then they slap her name as if she's actually really in the film. So it was actually really cool to see her. Quite a big name there for quite a smaller, low budget. Again, I don't believe it was even a theatrical released movie. If you guys are interested in this, highly recommend you check this out. Me, I'd give it about 4 out of 5 stars. So again, that is The Boneyard. I actually really do recommend you pick this one up. Check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Next up is one, actually the most recent one that I watched. And this is from Scream Factory. I actually did come with the slip. I buy a lot of my stuff on Amazon, so it's kind of a hit and miss, if it comes with a slip. But you guys know how much I like slipcases. With that being said, this is Linda Blair in Hell Night.
Pray for day, Hell Night. Linda Blair in Hell Night from Compass International. Rated R.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice little kind of slow burn kind of film. I would definitely a slasher film. Kind of has to me like to most people, slasher would be a killer in a mask with a knife. I think movies like this, where there's kind of this, you know, mongoloid family type running around in this old mansion, I consider that a slasher film. I 100% consider Hell Night a slasher film. Some people might not. Some people would consider it just kind of a suspense film, a thriller film, you know, or even maybe even a monster film, which I think they, you know, all slasher films to some extent are suspense films anyway. But yeah, this is not going to be everyone's cup of tea. Again, it is kind of a slow burn. Does take a little while. Obviously, early 80s, you're not going to get too much blood and gore. It's there. It satisfies. One thing that I will talk about with Scream Factory's transfer, however, is they were unable to find a really good pristine print. Now, this is a 4K scan from what they call the best archival film print they can find. There are also standard not even HD, standard definition scenes inserted into the film when need be. So it's not the best of transfer. If that's going to turn you off from watching the film, yeah, I don't recommend you pick this one up. Film-wise, it's okay. You know, it's just okay. That's what it is. Again, it's going to be a little slow for some people. I enjoyed it. You know, again, I like these kind of films. Everybody knows. Again, and I will consider this a slasher film. I love slasher films. They're my favorite subgenre. They're my favorite genre of film of all time. So I enjoyed it. You know, if I had to, you know, to really give a score to this one, I'd say like 3.5 out of 5. But again, I know this is not going to be for some people. So that is Hell Night with Linda Blair. Next up here is actually one that when the first time I ever watched it a year or two ago, whenever Scream Factory put this one out, the film is Killer Party. I actually did not like this film. I really disliked it. But giving it a second watch, again recently, last couple of days, I actually enjoyed it more than the first time. So yeah, it's definitely a slasher film. Another very slow film. Nothing really happens really until about an hour in. You know, the final third act is really where things start to pick up and the killer really starts going and you get a body count. I think maybe within the first hour there's 2 kills. So it's again another slower paced film. You get more character dialogue, you get more plot, but you don't really get a lot of killing. And I think for a horror film, a slasher film, especially from the 80s, you definitely need a body count. And again, the body count doesn't really start until about an hour in. Now, I will say that the characters are actually really well written. You know, the trio of girls are actually fun to watch, and there's some funny situations and whatnot. It's not that they're badly written. It's not that it's badly acted. The editing's fine. You know, the music's great. It's again, this one is painfully slow. And I'm sorry to say, but, you know, again, the very first time I seen this one, I was like, no, I probably won't put this in ever again. Gave it a second chance, and if I really had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It's okay. You know, it's not great and it's not bad. But again, this one I would say is even slower than Hell Night. I would actually take Hell Night over Killer Party. Let me know what you guys think. Again, I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I liked it better this time around than the very first time I watched it. This is a Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Yeah. And last but not least is a film that I actually watched with a friend. We had a little watch going on. I'm sure, you know, he watches my videos, so he knows exactly who he is and who I'm talking about. And this movie was street trash. So where do I begin with this one? Because this is going to be hard to actually explain the plot. It's very simple, and there's almost no plot to it. You know, again, this is a film that now I've seen twice now, and I still really don't know what the hell's going on. All I know is that there's, you know, the Tenafly Viper whiskey is found in the back of a liquor store. Liquor store owner brings it out and he's going to sell it for cheap, just, you know, to get the stock out of there, just to sell it off. Well, this whiskey ends up basically melting you from the inside out, and people melt away and explode, and it's really great gore effects, really great special effects. But what the hell is the plot to this film? I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to really deconstruct the plot, and you don't care. Again, this whiskey melts you from the inside. You melt and burn and die. That's the plot of this film. You watch it for the gore effects. It works. It's fun. It's a very fun movie. Put this on a Friday night, a Saturday night with some friends and some beer. This is the kind of movie you put on. Trashy, absolutely. Very gory. I love the blood and gore effects. I had to give this one, I would give this a 4 out of 5 for that. I think it does its job. It's a really fun film, really very entertaining. And actually inside here, I've also thought about doing this because anybody that knows me knows that I love my whiskey. So get a smaller bottle, and they actually, who releases? Synapse actually put like little stickers that you can recreate the Tenafly Viper whiskey logo there. So anyway, just kind of a thought in the future, buy, like I said, buy a smaller bottle, go through that, and I'll have my own Tenafly Viper replica to put here in the horror collection room. So yeah, again, that was only 4 movies, but that's, and bear in mind, I've already watched Halloween. Trust me guys, I watch Halloween 3 or 4 times a year, sometimes even 5. I've already watched it within the last 2 weeks, so I didn't include that in here. You guys know me. I've watched it. Trust me, I really have. People can back me up on that. But I figured I didn't need to include that one in here. So yeah, that was, again, around 10 days worth of stuff I've watched. I'll be watching stuff later too. Actually, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'll be filming another unboxing video of some 4Ks I have coming in of a couple movies I've upgraded. So you will see this shirt. I most likely will film this today as well. So yeah, again, I don't know if you guys enjoyed this. If once a month, I just did here's what I've watched for the month and talked about it and whatnot. I don't know if you guys are interested in that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.